Hey, fourth grade, this is Miss Powell. I am really missing you guys, but I am so proud of the hard work you've been doing online with your virtual assignments. This next week, we're going to be talking about text structure. Text structure is how a passage is set up, how it is organized. So we're going to read 3 different passages and see if we can determine the structure or the way that it is organized. So let's look at 3 different types of structure. All right, the first one is compare and contrast. When you are comparing and contrasting 2 things, that means you're looking at the similarities and the differences between those things. The next one is sequence. Sequence could also be called chronological order. If something is in chronological or sequential order, that means that it is taking place in the order that it happened. It is going to contain a lot of dates when we are looking at something that's in sequential order. In visual elements, we'll often find timelines go along with text that is set up in sequential order. The last type is problem and solution. We know when we have a problem, we have to find a solution for it. We have to figure out a way to fix it. So text that is giving us a problem, something that we need to figure out how to solve, and then it gives a solution at the end, that is set up as a problem and solution. So I'm going to read you 3 different texts, and we're going to see if we can figure out which one is compare and contrast, which one is sequence, and which one is problem and solution. Okay, on April 8, 1864, the Senate passed the 13th Amendment, which ended slavery in America. The next to vote on it was the House of Representatives. It passed on January 31st in 1865. On December 6, 1865, the amendment was finally accepted by the required number of states. Okay, so the first thing I noticed about this passage was it contains a lot of dates. When I go back and look at it, I notice that those dates are given to us in the order that they happened. It starts out in 1864 and then it ends talking about 1865. So it's easy to determine that this structure is sequence because it's in chronological order. Okay? All right, let's look at the next one. Deserts get very little rain, so desert plants need ways to collect and store water in order to survive. When rain comes, some plants store water in their stems and branches. Other plants have long roots that get water from deep underground. This is presented to us as a problem. Desert plants need to be able to get water when there's a long time in between rainfall. So there's a couple of different ways that plants solve that problem. Some of them store water in their stems and branches, while others have very long roots so they can get water from deep underground. But both ways are a solution to the problem of rain not coming often in the desert. So the structure of this is problem and solution. All right, let's see what this next passage is about and if it makes sense for it to be structured as compare and contrast. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn were both written by Mark Twain, but they are very different novels. Tom Sawyer is a playful coming-of-age story. Huckleberry Finn is more serious with a powerful anti-slavery message. The first thing that I notice about this passage is that it is about 2 different things. It's talking about 2 different novels. We see the similarities in the novels and the differences. The similarity between the 2 is that they were written by the same author. The difference is that they are both very different types of novels. One is very fun and playful, and the other one is more serious. So when we see similarities and differences like that, we can tell that it is structured as compare and contrast. Okay, so we figured out where each one of these goes. We figured out the overall structure by looking for clues in the text to tell us how it was ordered. So I hope y'all have a great week, and you can review text structure online and you can look at your video, and I will see you soon. Bye.